Hello everyone, welcome to 3ddesignacademy.com. In this lesson, we will continue with part 18 of constructing the car project. Okay, so in the previous lesson, we built some surfaces around here, and we're going to continue on with that. Now, when I was taking a look at the model, I think I made one mistake, so I'm going to try to fix that first before you continue on. So right now, if you see this feature here, I put the surface break here instead of in the corner right here, and I think I want to transfer that over a little bit. And I'll explain to you why a little bit later on. It's because of this feature. So I don't know if you can see it in the picture right here. So you'll see that a little bit of highlight change here. So I think I want to move that here just so that I have just one patch of surface to work instead of having two patches to work with. So I'm going to try to make a little bit of adjustments over there. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this and delete this also. Okay. So I'm going to untrim. And I'm going to move this carbon surface over here, somewhere like this, so that it's sitting somewhere in the corner. So if I were to just create a curve from here to here, it lines up quite well. So maybe if I were to give it a little bit of crown, I think this is a pretty good spot. So I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is same thing. I'm just going to trim and just do a connect between the two. So same thing, curvature on side 1 and position on side 2. I'm just going to connect the two and see how that looks like. Okay, so the highlight still looks pretty good. It's the flow is still very good between the two. So I think we're just going to need a minor fillet to connect, do a connect between the two surfaces. Now let's do this one. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this curve for now. And I'm going to do a untrim. And the curve that I was using before, see where that extends to. So I'm just going to do an extend. Okay, so it's pretty close. Okay, so same thing that we've done before. So I'm just going to connect a curve between these two areas like this. And I'm going to change it to degree 2. Oops, degree 2. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of crown just so that we have a nice match between the two. It doesn't need to be exact. And I'm just going to say height. And I'm just going to do a project like this. And I'm going to trim. So same thing that we've done before. We just need to create a square between these areas. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's actually try to match. Okay, so because I did it in a different order, I think it's not matching well. So 3 and 4, okay, so that still works for us. And number 4 is going to be curvature. Okay, it says fail. Okay, so that's why. So right now, if you see the alignment, it says connect ends. I'm going to change that to edge line, and that should alleviate the problem right here. Okay, so that looks good. Now you'll see the transition here is a little bit funky here, but that's okay because when we put a fillet here, I think that's going to take care of itself. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. So let's continue on. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is we actually need to run a fillet all the way over here. So let's see. Right now, I think this fillet might be a little bit too big, so I might need to decrease the size just a hair. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, first of all, I'm going to delete the construction history on all of these surfaces, just so that I don't have any problems in the future. And that looks pretty good. And I'm going to start putting some fillets in. And this one, I'll probably take care of it later. Just not now. So I'm going to delete the carbon surface here, and I'm going to deselect these. Just delete the carbon surface over here. Okay, so I'm going to do a trim. Actually, let's delete the carbon surface here too and reproject it. Let's see. Right now, these surfaces are a little bit off, so I'm going to have to redo them later on. But let's see what's going on. So I have a transitional surface right here, and I have one here. So I've turned the CV on all of them. So I'm going to delete this fillet here and this fillet over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect the dots between these two and do a project. Now this rear part, I'm going to worry about them a little bit later because I think I want to get this portion in the front correct first before I continue. So actually, I'm not going to delete the curve in that. And this one, let's project them again. So I just brought the curves back on from the curve layer, and I'm just going to project this curve on there so that we have a nice trim. Okay, so I'm going to say trim and trim over here, and I'll probably want to cut this also. So right now, well, I guess it's not too critical. So right now you'll see that the curve actually goes to here instead of having a corner. Actually, that might help. So I'm just going to leave it like this. And I'm just going to project this curve onto these surfaces. And I'm going to do a trim like that. Okay, so I think it's set up now. So let's do some fillets at the front. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to use a surface fillet. So I'm going to say chord G2, and I'll probably start with 200. Form factor, I'm going to leave it at 0.5. I'm just going to, let's start with the bottom one. Say edge align, edge align. Okay, I think it's a little bit small, so I think we can go a little bit bigger. I probably want to match the size of this. So let's actually check out how big that is. So I'm going to use my curve to curve. Looks like it's about 350. So it says 349 something, but it's, well, basically essentially 350. So I'm also going to do 350 over here. Pretty close. It doesn't need to be exact. It just needs to be close enough. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so I did it on the top too. So you'll see that it's very close, but it's just off by hair, and I'll probably want to match these two exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a curve between these like that. Snap it there, project it here. And I'm going to do a trim over here and trim over here. Okay, so I'm going to delete the construction history here, and I'm just going to grab all these surfaces, and I'm going to do a bi-rail. So 1 and 2. So I'm going to do 1 over here and here. I'm going to change that to all 5 degrees, and I'm going to do a rail curvature over here. And I'm going to do a line over here, edge, and also edge over here, so that it's a nice flow from here to here. The problem with bi-rail is that it doesn't always create a line-up edge over here, so you want to make sure you use align or other tools to make sure that they are aligned. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. The flow is nice. Now, you'll remember that there was a little highlight issue, but because we put a large fillet here, I don't think that's going to create any more issues for us. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, and let's actually start putting some fillets over here. So I'm just going to save. And do a surface fillet. So I'm going to start a little bit small, maybe not 200, maybe 150, and see how big that's going to be. So I think this is I think this is a pretty good size for us to start with. So because we still need to put a fillet here, we want to save that space. Okay. So that's good. The reason why I'm doing this separately is because I want them aligned. So if I don't do that, you'll see that if I just do it like this, you'll create a little sliver. And now this is supposed to help, but oh, actually it looks pretty good. Okay, never mind that. Because sometimes this creates a lot of spans, especially in transitional surfaces like this. But I think in this case, it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, you'll see right here. So we create a little more span than we wanted, but I think it'll be okay for now. Okay, so this last one, because it's actually transitioning into a flush surface here, I'm gonna see if it works. It works, but it's a little bit off right here, so I'm gonna have to manually build them. Okay, so I'm just gonna say undo. So in this one, if you see, if I were just to do this, it's it's only a two span surface, but because I don't know why, but it does create a little more spans than what I would like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do these individually and just manually build this one in the middle. Okay. So I'm gonna, well, actually, yeah, let's build them. Okay, so because right now because of this, now this might be going a little bit more into detail, but what I would like to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this edge in order to build this fillet right here. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because right now this is it's got a little bit more lead in. And because I just duplicated the curve, it's got a very similar CV structure, or at least a CV location. So you'll see that it's lining up well. That's going to help us create a surface with less spans. So I'm going to just use that and align. Now I can just use a regular curve, just a straight curve, or you can just do a blend curve from here. But if the CV structure doesn't line up, then it might, well, it's just a chance, but it's more likely to create a surface that has a little bit more data. And you want to, when you're doing Alias or when you're doing Class A surfacing, you want to reduce the amount of data as much as possible. Okay, so let's just do a project. And we don't need these anymore, so I'm just going to say delete. And I'm going to do a trim here and trim here. I'm going to use a square. Reset all these values, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to 2 is going to be curvature, 4 is going to be curvature. I'm going to do a rebuild between the two surfaces. Now, that didn't create the best surface for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to try to do a line. So I'm going to say align over here, and I'm going to increase the position influence to max. So we were able to achieve curvature, and you'll see the CV structure is actually aligned quite well. So same thing on the bottom. I'm going to increase the position influence to max. Oh, that's weird. Why is it doing that? So position influence is max. That's surprising, to be honest, but that's okay. If that's the case, I think I'm going to have to use a little bit different method. So, okay, so if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a square on top of this. So I'm going to say 1. So I'm going to say 1, 2. Notice that I'm actually doing a square on top of the square. And I'm going to do a rebuild on number 3. And I'm going to turn explicit control on. I'm going to say curvature and curvature. So now number 1 is good. It's number 3 side that's a little problem. So let's find out. Okay, so we were able to still achieve curvature over here. So I don't know why it's not curvature here, but let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to just untrim this bottom surface right here, and I'm going to do a align over here. G2, position influence. So this is weird. It might seem weird, but this is the result that we were able to achieve. So because the CVs are aligned a lot better to the bottom surface, now we were able to achieve curvature. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna do a trim over here, and we got curvature on all sides. Okay. All right. I think this is a pretty good place to end. Now this took a little bit of time, but we will of course continue in the next tutorial. Okay, so that's it for part 18. We will continue in the next tutorial, and thank you guys for watching.